The Utilities Commission vote is the next step following California's Energy Commission approval of replacing Carlsbad's aging Encina power plant with a new 600 megawatt gas plant, which would supply electricity during periods of high demand for power. Here with what's at stake are my guests from San Marcos, KPBS North County Bureau Chief Allison St. John, and in studio, Bill Powers with Protect Our Communities Foundation. And Allison, we'll start with you. Who's proposing the new natural gas plant, and why do they say we need it?
Well, this is a contract between NRG, a power company that would like to build the plant, and SDG&E that would like to use it to bolster its power supplies for us residents here in San Diego.
Well, we invited SDG&E to actually join us here, but they declined our invitation. So, Allison, once again, how much do we know? Do we know how much this project would cost, and who will be paying for it?
Well, it would cost about $2.6 billion over 20 years, and the reason that it's supposed to be so important is because the San Onofre nuclear power plant went offline. That was 2,200 megawatts, and this is one way that SDG&E can make up the power that was lost through that power plant.
I see. And Bill, your group, along with other environmental groups like Sierra Club, actually opposed this project. How come?
For two reasons. One, the demand isn't there to justify building another plant at Encina. And two, state law requires that we use clean solutions to meet new demand, energy efficiency, rooftop solar, energy storage. And in this case, SDG&E and the proponent, NRG, have gone straight to the old status quo, gas-fired power plant as the solution.
But getting back to the demand, haven't they said that we do indeed, they're anticipating a demand for more energy?
I was in that proceeding, and that was a highly controversial element of the proceeding, that all of this is based on future demand projections. We've had almost no demand growth in a decade in San Diego, and yet these projections keep showing major growth over time, which just hasn't been there. It's a new era, and that's not reflected in these proceedings.
Well, given the county that the county will be losing the Encina power station, I believe in 2017. Is that it? And the shutdown of San Onofre. How would the region make up if we lost that and San Onofre? How would we make up energy through renewable sources?
We would add them, as we are now. Add more energy efficiency, add more energy storage. We have a boom going on right now in the San Diego area of rooftop solar systems. All of these elements contribute to meeting that need on those peak days in the future.
And Allison, let me ask you this: do Carlsbad residents what are they saying about this? Are they in support of this new power plant?
Carlsbad, the city of Carlsbad, initially opposed this project because you can imagine they did not really like having a power plant on their valuable coastal real estate. However, they have come now to an agreement with the company. They will have the big smokestack torn down. They will be given some land by SDG&E. So the city is on board. The residents are still somewhat uncomfortable about the way that it's going to affect their environment, and they showed slides at the hearing yesterday to the effect that it would look a bit like a wasteland on either side of the freeway with big transmission lines, even though the smokestack is torn down. However, you know, we have to balance the local issues. I think there was a lot of talk about Caltrans planting new trees to provide cover for the new plant. We have to balance those with the more big issues, the regional issues about what kind of energy we are going to be buying in order to supply our future, bearing in mind that climate change is changing. And so since this plant was first proposed, the whole environment has really changed.
All right, I'll say thanks to you, KPBS North County Bureau Chief Allison St. John, and back to you, Bill, here in the studio. The Public Utilities Commission has been the target of some unfavorable publicity recently concerning accusations of collusion between energy companies and the PUC's former chairman, Michael Peavy. Do you think that could affect this upcoming vote?
Definitely. I think the Commission is currently under a tremendous amount of political pressure for the exposure that it's getting as being far too close to the industry that it regulates. And I think that one of the political cards in play now is a temporary denial of this Carlsbad plant could buy the Commission a little favorable publicity in the midst of a storm of controversy. But this is very similar to Pio Pico, the plant that was approved down on the border, where there was initial denial. It was a light denial, allowing an almost immediate reapplication, which SDG&E did, and shortly thereafter, Pio Pico was approved and it's under construction. And this same situation could happen at Carlsbad.
All right, well, we have a lot more on our website, kpbs.org. Bill Powers, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.